let's get into it. And Rob, I made up a little ditty just for you. When I pledged my noble clan, Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, we used to sing a song, and I did a remix just for you.
And we go a little something like this. Hit it.
I got a feeling. I got a feeling, brothers. I got a feeling somebody lost some shekels. Shekels falling out of them pockets. Rob Parker.
Rob Parker.
It was so quiet in your apartment Sunday night that all the way across the country in New Jersey, I could hear a mouse urinating. No. He was taking a whiz on a one-way ticket, courtesy of Tom Brady, to Mexico that he bought you 2 years ago that you never used.
I think I'm moving to Mexico.
Next time you defy him, use it. And I saw your column, Deadspin.com. You know, back in the day, we would have said it was fish wrap. But I want you to explain yourself, because you still said you refused to give Tom Brady his propers, and you still insisted on calling him the LOAT. So explain yourself, please.
Tom Brady didn't win the damn game, Chris Broussard. Drew Brees lost it. The best pass that Tom Brady threw was to Drew Brees' son. That was the best pass he threw all night. Tom Brady didn't even break 200 yards. There were 3 passes that could have easily been intercepted that weren't. Tom Brady, again, under 55% completion. I could go to last 3 playoff games. And once again, he is lucky because Drew Brees and the Saints gift wrapped this game to Tom Brady. 4 turnovers at home? Are you kidding me? And Drew Brees gave Tom Brady a short field. You guys and your Tom Brady minions, if you want to celebrate and talk about Tom Brady, it wasn't about Tom Brady. The defense put him in position. Tom Brady was Brad Johnson last night. He wasn't spectacular. He didn't win the game. It was about the defense and about the miscues and the poor play by Drew Brees once again. Go to NBC already. Can I send a car for you? I don't want to see you on an NFL field again unless you're holding a microphone. No more. With that damn noodle arm. I almost kicked my TV set in.
You probably did, actually.
Almost. But I don't want to buy a new one. I did. I almost did, though. I'm not even
I believe it.
lying.
Had we been in a wing spot during normal times watching this game, I'm sure you would have left like you did 2 years ago against Kansas City.
No, I had a bad stomach. That's all. I had gas. I had to get out of there.
All right, Rob. Look, you're a veteran. I'll give you that. You're a vet. So you use the vet's move, an old man move, as they call it on the playgrounds, in your column. You tried to make it black and white. Oh, you're going to hear all the minions say that Tom Brady was amazing, that Tom Brady was awesome, he's the GOAT. You tried to make it black and white, and you just did it again. Tom Brady didn't win it. Actually, he did. Because they're moving on. He won the game. They're moving on to play your Packers next week, and that's a whole nother story we'll be getting to later in the week.
Yeah,
but
is Aaron Rodgers still feeling the pressure?
I'm not going to sit here and say Tom Brady was fantastic. I'm not going to sit here and say Tom Brady put the Buccaneers on his back. But I refuse to sit here and let you act like he didn't play well. He played well. Here's the deal. Lucky. Was he lucky that his top 3 receivers were injured. Mike Evans playing through a knee injury. Chris Godwin playing through a quad injury. And Antonio Brown gets injured in the game. Was he lucky that his best running back, Ronald Jones, was playing with a sore quad? Was he lucky that his starting offensive guard, Alex Kappa, was out? And then the guy, Earl Watford, they signed to replace Kappa, was out too. Is that luck? He takes all those negatives, goes into the Superdome where the Saints had only lost twice all year, and puts 30 points on one of the best defenses in the league.
Chris, he didn't put it on that defense. He put that on because Drew Brees set him up with short fields. You can't blame the defense.
So what?
You can't.
He did it. You
and
still,
Tom
they
Brady,
didn't
you
give him the points. You still got to produce.
33. 18 for 33 is with less than 200 yards. He was bad.
3 touchdowns, no interceptions. How about that?
He had 2 touchdown passes.
And 1 he ran for.
And the other part is Drew Brees was just.
What, did you hear that? 1 he ran
and
for.
Drew
So that's
Brees
3.
was
2
just
plus
worse.
1 equals 3.
He was 19.
Drew Brees was horrible.
He was 19 for 34. He completed actually more passes than Tom Brady. And you just said he was awful. He completed more passes than Tom Brady.
Yeah, but he threw 3 picks. You're going to compare a guy who threw 3 picks to a guy that scored 3 touchdowns?
But the point is that Drew Brees lost the game. That's what handed Tom Brady the victory. When Tom Brady had to drive the field by himself, he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it.
Rob Parker, this is what do you and I always say? We've been talking about Deshaun Watson. Football's different than basketball. It's a team sport. So is basketball, but this is even more so a team sport. And yes, the running backs, the running game, props to Leonard Fournette. Props to Ronald Jones playing through the injury and running hard. That the defense, that was my main concern. And them boys stepped up. Props to the offensive line for protecting Brady. Yes. But Rob Parker, you have sat here on this show for 2.5 years, and you have talked about there's no such thing as intangibles. There's no such thing as being leadership, inspiration, guidance, providing confidence, being a leader of men. That's what Tom Brady has done. This franchise was woebegone.
Please,
this
Chris,
franchise was horrible.
Did you see Jameis Winston?
Hadn't been in the playoffs in a dozen years. You said it yourself. This franchise was 7-9 last year. As soon as he stepped into the locker room, in fact, as soon as he put his name on the dotted line, those brothers started believing.
That
the defense got
to do
spirit.
with it.
The running backs got spirit. The receivers started
we're not
thinking
trying
big.
To hear a sermon. I don't want to hear all that.
That's what he's done.
That's what it is. You know what you do? You do it all the time. You go into some damn sermon. You know why? Because he don't have the numbers. So you got to be inspirational. You got to come up with something that's not tangible.
He's
you got
second in yards.
No.
What do you
got to
mean
come
he
up with
doesn't have
something
the numbers?
else. You ain't come up because you don't have no numbers to be able to back it. So you got to make up.
How about more touchdowns? More touchdowns than any player in history. Is that a number?
They started to believe. Did
Answer
you see
that.
Jameis Winston throw that ball?
That.
He could have done the same exact thing for them if they would have given him another year.
He threw 30 picks last year. Stop it. More touchdowns than any quarterback in NFL history. Is that a number for you?
He's played 20 years. What do you want?
So what?
What does
Give
that mean?
him props for the longevity.
Well, we'll see. I'll wait to find out how real that longevity is.
We will see. We will see. But Rob Parker, inspiration, man. He's done it he is a leader. The best quarterbacks have the intangibles.
Just like when they robbed the Raiders.
He's not the best passer of the football we've ever seen. He's certainly not the most mobile quarterback we've ever seen, but intelligence, football IQ, poise, leadership, rallying the team, making them play better. He's done it since day one. That team was 5-13 under Belichick with a Pro Bowl quarterback in Drew Bledsoe. He steps in. They win 11 games that season and the Super Bowl. And it was a dynasty ever since. And now Bill Belichick, without him, was doing the same thing you and I were doing Sunday.
No, absolutely
watching
not.
from the couch.
No, but the thing you never want to bring up is all the help and all the luck. It was almost 19 years ago exactly that Tom Brady was bailed. No, Tom Brady was bailed out against the Raiders when he fumbled the football. No,
it was a rule. It was the rule. They changed the rule after that.
Seattle bailed him out. Atlanta bailed him out. The last time he was in the Super Bowl, he had no touchdowns in the fumble.
Is tired.
And it's always the same thing.
Your narrative, you've been saying the same stuff since 2012.
Brady is lucky.
3 Super Bowls later.
He is not the GOAT. And once again, we saw how Tom Brady, his path to the Super Bowl, here it is. He plays a quarterback named Heineken. I don't know what his name was. It was like a drunk beer out there.
Brees.
No, I'm talking about against Washington. And then he plays a washed-up Drew Brees who gives him 3 interceptions to set up 3 scores.
How about giving the defense some credit?
Unbelievable.
You don't give the defense any credit?
Brady won the game.
They made him. I never even said that. Those words never even came out of my mouth.
Brady won the game. That's what we got to hear every day.
He won because he's going on to Green Bay. What are you talking about? That's a fact. That is a fact. You can come up with your little nuances to keep your narrative that you've been kicking the last 9 years for, but it ain't true. A fact is Tom Brady, Ronald Jones, Leonard Fournette, Mike Evans et al. Won the game. 877-99 on Fox. Who you agree with? Me or Rob? Let's get to it.
It's real simple. If they want to be honest, they'll be with me. Daniel in Florida, you're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Daniel?
What's up, guys? Rob.
What's up?
You know I love you, but you tripping big time. Tom Brady got the win again, 14th time in the in the conference championship game. You got to stop. You got to stop trying to poke holes at everything when it comes to Brady, man. You know what I'm saying? Just because the Saints gave him 3 turnovers. And he capitalized on it. He still capitalized on it. And when you say he threw for under 200 yards, he still had 3 touchdowns. What puts up points on the board? Touchdowns or yards? I think it is touchdowns. He had 3 of them.
Yeah, but when he had to drive the length of the field, Daniel,
excellent take, Daniel. That's
terrible,
facts.
Daniel.
Not
Actually,
fiction.
pull off on the side of the road.
Come on over
talking
to
that
Broussard's
nonsense.
Brigade, brother.
Talking that nonsense,
We'll
Daniel. Don't call
welcome you
here
with open
again.
arms.
Turn your radio and your
job.
phone off. David in Chicago on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Rob, we have to keep on telling you all the time, Brady is the GOAT. He went to another NFC championship game. I bet you that on March 20th. We got wings.
There it is. It nicely done.
Hang up. That lame call. Thanks, David. Max in Georgia. You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
Ain't much to say.
Rob, we got to get this straight. I don't know what they're talking. This guy,
Max.
I mean,
You're
the GOAT.
Yourself.
Okay, the GOAT. He is the greatest opportunist of all time. This guy has had.
Lucky.
Oh my! Let's look at the plays
is different than luck.
Chris,
Which
can
is
you
it,
let
Max?
the man talk, please? Let Max
Opportunists
talk.
and luck are different.
Chris,
Everybody
the
doesn't
Buccaneers
capitalize on
defense
opportunities.
looked like Tony Dungy's old defense back in the day. They had 3 turnovers. One guy returned it to the 40, then the 30, then the 3-yard line. I mean, how difficult. I think, Chris, you probably could have gone out there and led that charge to score 3 times. Every other time they didn't have that given to them, they hit a field goal or a punt.
Yes.
It was very lopsided. Very lopsided. Drew Brees should have been
act like
pulled
that
for the
was
game.
cheating.
It's not,
the
but
game
Chris, it
of
does
football.
matter. No, it does.
But it's contact, Chris.
It's a
contact.
team game.
It's
Brady
contact.
should be criticized because his defense played well. Really?
No, but he shouldn't be crowned as if he did something special, Max.
He's been
and that's
crowned.
what Brady. That's what the Brady people
do.
do.
He's been crowned.
No,
everything else is gravy.
No, it's
from
not.
here.
It ain't gravy.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
why he's so hard.
He's
Tom
widely
Brady is
known
out here
as the
trying
GOAT.
to prove
I think
to
you
people
and Max
that
are the
he's
only
the
2
GOAT.
people that don't think
that
he's
he's
the
the
GOAT.
Yeah, right.
My
There's a lot of
gosh.
people out there who understand.
Not
it.
really.
And that's what Brady's trying to do. All right. Let's go to Keith in New Orleans. You're on The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
What's up, fellas?
What
Chris,
up,
I'm gonna take
happening?
away your Louisiana card, Chris. I'm tired of you trying to shine on my team, man. Oh, listen, you
Hey.
gonna lose some credibility in Louisiana, man.
I got love for the
No,
Bayou,
you don't. Hey,
but
Keith,
I
don't-
keeps it real, Keith. I
Keith.
keeps it real.
Keith, go ahead. Just tell Chris. Drew
You salty,
Brees
I get
should have
it.
retired before the game because he just gave the
Listen,
game
no.
away to the Bucs.
I was at the game yesterday, guys, and I tell you, it's late third quarter. We're up by 7. Jared Cook converts to 3rd and 5, and to continue to drive and maybe go up by 2 scores. He fumbles the ball, and the game never was the same. That is what happened.
That was a good play by the defense too.
Yeah,
That was a good play. Everybody's swinging for the ball nowadays. That's why they can't
four
tackle.
turnovers that turned the game, and that's really what happened.